I've been searching for you here for so long, so long. I've been searching for you here for so long, so long.
We have real life, and people don't understand that. It's not just all about the podcast, because if it was, we wouldn't have to have jobs, right?
That's facts on facts right there.
That would be all right. That would be all right. All right, wait. One more thing now. You look great. How much weight have you lost?
I am down from like close to 300. I'm down to, last time I weighed myself was like 234. So
300.
I was close to 300. Yeah, I was close to 3. Had to have been. So yeah, because when I started working out, it's like, oh, I'm already lost weight. I'm like, 277, close to 280. So I had to have been close. I didn't weigh myself when I first went to the gym. I didn't weigh myself for months because I was like, I didn't want to see this number. But right now, yeah, I'm about 234 right now, and you
better be careful. You get down to 200, you're gonna have a baby. I'm just saying.
The lowest I've ever been is I was 2, and I'll probably just we'll rearrange all this, man. I'll intersect cuts and stuff like this. But the lowest I'd ever been was I was 181 in 2012. Yeah, I was littling, man. But when I was in high school, the biggest I'd ever been was like 315. I was 315 when I graduated high school in 2006. So, I ballooned up. I got a relationship. I ballooned up, and
that's what happens.
You take two approaches though. I think when you get out of a relationship, you do the approach where you kind of eat yourself to death. And you eat your feelings away, or you do the other approach and you go and work out, and it's just like that's what you do. And that's what
divorce way works one of two ways.
Okay.
Either really, really big or really, really small. And it's usually the chick that gets really, really small and gets 8 boyfriends. So
that's the same thing when you're single.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And out of relationships.
Divorce doesn't have to be from marriage, by the way. Long-term relationships, same thing.
That's what I felt like. Same thing. That's what I felt like, man. It was 5.5 years, and she had a kid, so I was playing stepdad. So it was kind of It felt like that. You know what I mean?
I understand, man. I do. I do. Now, why were you depressed all of a sudden? I mean, we were rocking and rolling and picking fights, and now everyone's depressed as shit. So
who's depressed? What are you talking about?
And now, like, the longer we talk, the more you have to edit, which is cool too.
I don't care.
So I mean, because I don't have to edit, because I'm not going to.
I don't care. I'll put part of it as like an unfiltered bachelor episode.
Yes. Oh no, I can't be associated with that.
Yes, you can.
Oh man. Unfiltered bachelor.
Bachelor life. Aaron, you're married though, man. Like
I am totally married. Yeah.
How long
Number
you been married?
2. This time 12 years.
12 years.
Is that 11? No, 11 years. Sorry. We've been together 12 years. 11 years married. Yes. So we got his, hers, and ours, okay? 6 kids together, okay?
Oh, shit. It's a Brady Bunch,
That's
bro.
Great. It is the Brady Bunch, except for there's only one girl. She's the oldest. She's almost 20. The rest are all boys, all the way from 17 to 5. And, the wrestlers, they're football players. It's quite a busy household. It's
they're manly men.
Yes. It's like Dance Moms, except for it's boy sports. And it was Dance Moms forever when my daughter was younger. So it is what it is. But it's all good time. They're good boys, and they for the most part stay out of trouble.
You have a good family, man. Yeah. It's cool.
I do.
So that means you got to have a good job. I'm not saying don't even put it up. I'm just saying you got to have a good job, because you got to be stable enough to have a home, have a wife, have some kids. Like,
yeah,
I don't think people.
We talk about the job personally, but no, I don't like much talk about it.
Right? No, we ain't got to get into it. I'm just saying, but like you gotta be. I feel like a lot of people put the horse in front of the carriage type thing, or the carriage in front of the horse or whatever. Horse in front of the. You would want to put a horse in front of the carriage, right? Because it carries a carriage.
I put something in front of something to have all these kids. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Oh my man. Well, this is good. This is fun, man. We're just kind of vent. So what I'll do is for this. So yeah, we're kind of riffing because for the first 30 minutes that'll be the loaded Joes, and then I'll just make a little like 10-minute riff, kind of freestyle, whatever, man. But yeah, do you even listen to Unfiltered Bachelor? Have you ever heard an episode?
I've heard several episodes because if you look back at our messenger messages, I have sent you messages based on that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Basically, I don't know if I used the word dumpster fire or not for your dating life when you first got started, because this was the Tinder thing. You know what? Right. I remember a specific story. Yes. You went out with a girl and you critiqued her fighting style at the gym.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Spoiler, he didn't get laid. Okay.
So funny story. So I'll clarify this. So yes. So
okay, please.
Because this is on an older episode that you're on. So we did the Tinder Talk episodes and stuff like that. I used to do that.
Yes.
But anyways, so yes. So she was the owner of the gym. This was her daughter. This was his daughter.
Yes. And
she worked at the gym, and I was kind of like flirting. We were supposed to go out for a date the next day before this happened. So she sends me I have been mad drinking this day too. I've been drinking with a happy hour. I had some friends over, so I was like mad drinking. Right. It was like a Friday night.
This was fresh off being single, right? That's normal.
I mean, it was like October, right? So like I got broken up with in February, or split up in February. As I suppose that's the political way to put it. And then this was October. This is like close to end of October. I was probably close to end of October.
That's a long fucking time. You should have been done. Okay, sorry.
Well, but I was excited because I had just got in my place in August.
Right.
I was excited. I'm like, I got people over. I can finally because I was living with my grandparents, man. Like, it's a cool feeling to get back on your feet. It's not a cool feeling if you're like, oh, I want to have people over and have a party type thing. Right. So I was still in that zone for the first like 90 days, man. I think I drank like almost every single day. Like, it was just like, I was just doing it, right? Because I'm like, I got freedom. I got my own place, got my own room, like, I have my own everything. So I had people over. It was one of those Fridays, and I was drinking, and she sends me, I was like, hey, she's like, oh, she just sent me footage of her sparring that night. And she was sparring some, like, 16-year-old girl who's badass. And she has, like, I hadn't sparred since, like, March or whatever, which is, a long time ago. And, like, I start watching it. And she was like, I think I did shitty. And I'm like, no, I think you did good. And da-da-da. And then I'm like, I'm rewatching it right now. And then I get the smart move to rewatch it and then to be like, well, here's what you could have done better, though. And then I start being like, you could have moved your feet this way. You could have not get hit. You should have moved your head that way. She was trying to throw this and you just kept walking into. Like, I just like went off and I was like, but overall, I think you did good. You had some moments here. And she was just like, oh my God. She was like, I don't even want to talk to you right now. And I was like, wait, no. I was like, I don't know if this is a joke. I've been drinking. I'm like, I don't know if this is a joke or not. And she's like, this is not a joke. And I was like, oh, shit. I'm like, well, hopefully this doesn't. I'm like, my bad. I'm so sorry. I'm like, hopefully this doesn't interfere with our plans tomorrow. And she's like, no, I'm gonna cancel tomorrow. I'm like, well,
see, women don't want to hear your opinion. No woman does. All right, before Bill Cosby was a rapist, he was always a rapist. Before he was,
the rapist,
found out as a rapist, he had the best line ever. Women only want to hear their opinion in your voice. Okay.
Wow, that's powerful. Right? Powerful, Bill Cosby.
It is. I mean, not as powerful as his roofies, but it's pretty close. Yes. You know what the scariest thing ever is? Mm-hmm. Bill Cosby with 2 drinks in his hand.
That is scary. That's a scary thing.
Right, get it. He's coming at you with a drink.
Yeah,
you know what's
he's got 2 of them.
Okay. And it could be a pudding pop. It could be a drink. You don't know. I'd like to talk to you about having a drink today.
But yeah, so long story short, though, check this out.
Yes.
So she totally she's like, I don't want to hang out with you outside of the gym, and that. I apologized to her a few days. I was like, oh, my bad. Hey, hopefully, we're still cool. She's like, I'd just rather not hang out with you outside the gym. I was like, oh, okay. So anyways, she's very much stuck to that. So much so, she started seeing somebody else, and she's now happily married. So God bless her. She got engaged in September.
Like happily for real, or happily air quotes married, or like
she got engaged in September.
Okay.
And then she got married in December.
Oh.
But I mean, she was at that age. She was like 34, 30. I think she just turned 35. So she
Gave
was
birth
kind of
in
at that
January?
age of like, huh?
Gave birth in January or no? No.
No. What gave birth to what? What are you talking about? No.
No. You said September, December. And then I thought she may have gave birth in January, but that was poor taste. I'm sorry.
Wow.
And does the kid have a man bun? That's all I want to know right now. That's just. All right. Disclosure. Blake does not have a man bun.
Not
he
anymore.
looks really good. He's slim. His hair is on point, by the way.
Yeah, I'm getting a haircut tomorrow, man. That's always important.
Okay.
That's an important thing. I don't know if it's an important thing as a married man, but as a single man, it's very important.
Let me tell you something. Every time I get a haircut, it's thinner and whiter. Every time. Whiter. Not whiter.
White.
I wish it was whiter.
Like whiter, yeah.
Whiter.
Bro,
Yes.
I've been getting a little gray hairs in my beardy beard, bro.
Oh, wait till you get them in your ears.
What?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
No.
In your ears. I'm just saying. It happens, dude.
I had to buy
I had to
buy a nose trimmer too, bro.
Yeah.
I had to buy a nose trimmer for sure. Keep them little nose trimmy trims out.
Were there sparks coming out of it like in Dumb and Dumber when he does the guy's toes?
It wasn't that bad. No, because I keeps it pretty. Like as soon as I notice one or two, I'm like, got a couple, cubs in the bear cave. You gotta break it out before it gets too wild. Before it gets wild jungle in there, man.
Yeah, baby.
You gotta keep that. You gotta keep the balls trimmed too. Like this is a must.
Oh, wait, listen. I went on the hype train with. Oh gosh. All right, this is a total unfiltered bachelor thing, but. Yeah. I totally did the Manscaped thing. Okay. Manscaped 2, the lawnmower.
Oh, you bought that. You bought the Manscaped.
I did. I drank the Kool-Aid and then shaved it. Okay. Yes.
How is that thing? I was thinking of buying that device.
It's great. Dude, no nicks.
Really?
No nicks.
Okay.
It's amazing. Smooth as can be.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. And I feel weird having this conversation.
No,
I wish you could say buy Manscaped promo code ASW, but that's not a thing.
Do they sponsor you?
No.
God.
Total lie. You can do the Dollar Shave Club /ASW.
Oh, they sponsor you?
Yeah, but
it's more of like. Is it more of like a? Is it a sponsor? Or is it more of like an affiliation type thing?
Yeah, that too.
Okay,
it's more like an affiliation, but
No. There's no hate there because like there's a lot of people that don't even take advantage of doing that.
But I will tell you this, if you do want to start a podcast and you need a place to host for under $6 a month, you can do multiple shows, Spreaker, and just use the promo code ASW. I mean, there are things we can do, Blake and I, to help you get out there in the world of podcasting.
They keep reaching out to me for the the broadcaster plan.
Yes.
They keep reaching. They've sent me since 2017. I had them for a little bit. And I need to transition out of Podcast Garden because I can't listen to some of my old episodes and I don't have the best analytics. They stopped all of a sudden, like over the last few months, like they've kind of stopped. But like I was having some like major traffic. And I think it's because I kind of change, like I do a little bit of both of stuff, but like I was having some major traffic and all of a sudden you can't view the analytics anymore, which doesn't help if I'm trying to reach out to, sponsors and stuff like that. Cause it's kind of like,
well, even that deal we're doing now, they wanted analytics,
Yeah. And I didn't share it with them. I didn't even tell them anything. Like I didn't respond to anything. Like, if you want me, you want me. If you don't, you don't. Like, I think it's more important for these younger guys in that group. And if nobody knows what we're talking about. So me and Aaron have recently been in, was involved, and we are now on what is it? What do we call it, man? It's like a Fox Sports affiliate type thing.
Sports Talk Radio.
Yeah. Okay. So that's Sports Talk Radio.
Sportstalk.org.
.gov.edu. .bomb.com.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Sports Talk Radio, but like, that's what it is, and it's a Fox Sports affiliate, and there's all these people, and I think to get on kind of this subject with. I've never talked about the promotion of Unfiltered Bachelor. No. But I try to use the same recipe that I did for Loaded Joe's. But I did this a lot quicker. I established Unfiltered Bachelor. I knew what I was doing now that I had a podcast. I knew what I was doing. I knew how to establish it. And now this year is going to be the year, which I waited 3 years to do with Loaded Joe's. This year is going to be the year where I reach out to other podcast hosts and other podcasts and try to building a conglomerate instead of everybody being like, listen to my show, like bring people together, bring hosts
You heard
together.
it here first. But you know what? You guys were starting to do that, and you all kind of did your own thing. Like, I'm not mentioning your names, but you had your own stuff going on. Our other friend had stuff going on, a full-time job and whatnot, and you guys kind of got away from that. And but I think this is the year we all come back together. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it, man. You're absolutely. I did it. I held strong for almost a year, right? And then And I think that was really cool to see everybody kind of share like everybody's different podcasts and tune in and make friends. And there's a lot of people that met a lot of people that wouldn't have met a lot of people had it not been for Loaded Joe's community. You know, like not to pat myself on the back or anything like that.
Well, you should pat yourself on the back. You're like over 20. No. I don't even know how many fans you have now. I haven't looked in a while. Even with you being out of the podcast game with the MMA for a while, I mean, you still did the Unfiltered Bachelor. Like, your community went strong. Like, you still kept building fans somehow.
Yeah. It's a lot of just a lot of I think continuous content, and then doing just my knowledge of like Facebook ads. I worked for Facebook for a bit, so being able to be.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I worked.
You never mentioned that.
I worked as a contractor for Facebook from 2017 till March of 2018.
Well, help me out then.
We'll talk. You know who else knows how to do that too? Really good is Bill Welker of MMA on the Rocks. He's a social media like guy, like advisor or something like that. We've had a lot of conversations about like doing promotions and stuff like that. But anyways, that's how I mean a lot of that is because I knew how to run those ads and I knew how to build community based off of likes and stuff like that. So it's the same way that I built up a Loaded Joe's, just a lot faster. But you also have success in your own right. Like, man, like your Twitter numbers.
Not on Facebook.
But your Twitter numbers
are
off
my personal.
Right. You got all kind of verifications. I'm not even verified. I've written articles. I've been on, here, there, other podcasts.
Verification is meaningless, unless you're on the social media and you continue engage with the same. You take a break, you're done. And I did take a break on my verified accounts because I have so much fun with the MMA accounts,
Right.
And I mean, checkmark's cool. It's like an accomplishment, but in the end, don't go chasing it thinking it's going to change your life, because it's not going to change your life. It's cool, but it ain't going to change your life.
Right. No, yeah.
I mean, the chicks dig it. I mean, if you're an unfiltered bachelor, yeah, sure, you're better off. But in the end, not so much. It's not going to change your life. And in all seriousness, don't chase it. Don't think it's like the greatest thing ever. It is a certain accomplishment, but you know what? You get engagement, then you got engagement, and you keep the engagement going, doing whatever it is you do, whether it's a check mark or what, or just do what it is you do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's a strong, I think, message right there, because how many podcasts have we seen fizzle out?
Yeah.
From the time.
All of them. I mean, think of it. Of all the people you've met that wanted to podcast with you or do this and do that, how many of us are left? You know what I mean? And I did into podcasts, but I kept going with other podcasts. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You still like I did too, right? Like I stopped really Loaded Joe's for a while. Then I came back with Unfiltered, right? Like I didn't stop podcasting. You stopped Aaron Says What, but you never stopped podcasting. I think I remember listening to the last episode, and I remember it was like last year, right? Like May of last year or something like that?
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm. I remember listening to it because I was
you do listen to me. I didn't think you listened to me. I listened to Unfiltered Bachelor. I didn't think you listened to me.
There's very few podcasts I still have recently have gone back to listen to.
Wow.
Kyle's was one of them. Yours was one of them.
Hi, Kyle.
Hey, Kyle. But yeah, South Park reference, who does it don't get it, but
yes, South Park reference.
But like, think of the guys who don't do it anymore, right?
Yes.
Like, I mean, shout outs to my boy Robert Taylor. He's doing something different. He's doing his Dungeons and Dragons thing. He's not doing MMA anymore. I don't know if Dave, what's his name?
McGrath.
No, not that guy. The one who does all the memes from NorCal.
You know what? Madden.
Dave Madden. He used to have a podcast. Remember that?
He had a podcast. He had a Twitter account. He had a Instagram account.
Dropped
and
off the face of the earth and then came back.
Gone.
Recently came back. But dropped.
He's back now.
Yeah. He's he has a Facebook now and everything. So yeah, you may want to add him if you probably still remembers everything. But he had one, right? Like
he was a guest of mine way back.
Yeah, I was on his show. He was on my show. Like, I love Dave Madden. But like, there's so many people like that, not to like name names, but those are the two examples that come to mind. But we're like, new people were come to the scene 2016, 2017, and like, they're not around anymore, man. They were chasing that
fame though too. Like, if they didn't get the numbers they wanted, like just being instantly there, they were gone. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like you're talking about. Just keep doing the work. Keep putting in the work. Like, I don't have the, I think, quote unquote notoriety, popularity, the respect, clout that I have.
Respect.
Because of I came in one day and then I left one day, right? Like, man, people know the work that I do. They know the work is consistent, and they know what the hell to expect. You know what I mean?
There's two reasons you leave, by the way. It's when you get skinny, you left into the Unfiltered Bachelor, and then if Floyd Mayweather is going to fight, then you quit MMA and do boxing for like 6 months. Yes. Am I wrong?
I mean, that's what brought, actually, like, funny story, that's what brought notoriety to Loaded Joe's, was me doing the Mayweather-McGregor, because I knew so much about Floyd and everybody else didn't.
Oh, you were there, but like, it was all Floyd and Mayweather. I'm sorry, Floyd and McGregor for like how many months? It was like 6 months at least, right?
Yeah, it's June, July, August, and then I took a two-week break.
Yeah,
like, I wanted nothing to do with watching anything. I wanted nothing to do with nothing. I was burnt out because of the workload that I put on myself. I was on your podcast. I was on Dave's podcast. I was on Loudmouth. I was on SFLC. I was on average shows. I was on, like, think of an MMA podcast, and I was on those Irish Kids podcast, obviously MMA or whatever that podcast was. Those Irish Kids. I was on like so many podcasts talking like that Floyd was going to win, and when he was going to win, and how he was going to win, and what he does with southpaws, and like this, that. It was so much, but it was over. I redlined myself, and I did so many like just McGregor Mayweather talks where it was just like, I have to stop. I have to step away. So yeah,
I don't blame you, man.
That's what happened. So, and then I came back and I still doing MMA stuff. And then the next break I took, I came back and I did some Loaded Joes, but I really came back heavy with Unfiltered Bachelor, man. And I think that's what it is. Like, it's that consistency, man. Like, you can't buy that. You can only live it, to be quite honest.
Yes.
You either got it or you don't. I don't know, man. Like that, I'm just rambling right now, but
it's all good, brother. It's your podcast. You do whatever the fuck you want. Oh, God dang it. Oh, no, we can say it now.
We can say fuck. Fuck your ears. Fuck your assholes. Fuck whatever you're trying to fuck.
Yeah. Fuck your asshole with an ear. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, baby.
But this is. I think this is it's an important episode because I don't get too deep and heavy on like the background of like Unfiltered Bachelor. But you've seen me since then. You've seen me since even before then, and kind of where I am now, which is rather interesting. There's not a lot of people that have come on that's seen the journey still.
You and I have been friends when you were in a bad spot, and now you're in a good spot. We're still friends, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, man. And you're still here. You're still on my show. I'm still on your show, and we're still out here killing the game. Killing the game, man.
Famous or not, you do what you enjoy doing. You know what I'm saying?
This is true.
I mean, you're probably more famous than I am, but honestly, though, we do it because we love it. In our real life, we don't have a whole lot of people that like to talk about this stuff, but you know, on the internet and podcast world or whatever, you know, we have made a nice community of people that love to talk about what we love to talk about, and I love it, man. I wouldn't trade for the world. It's like a therapist for free.
That's exactly what this is. It's free therapy.
It is. Yeah, for sure.
I say that so much. I say that a lot. I was like, if I didn't have a podcast, I'd probably need to go to therapy. And I probably should go to therapy, but
It's true. You're venting to people that understand you, and therapist gets trained and audience doesn't, but they still understand us. And we're good. Right?
No, it's absolutely true, man. I think that's what the easy transition was from like MMA to dating, because everybody has a story with dating, relationships, and heartbreak, or good stories or bad stories. And I want to get to one question before we bounce you out of here when it comes to dating, but
yeah.
I think
I'll try to remember.
But I think that's what it is.
It was MySpace when I dated
everybody kind of has a story, and they want to talk about. They want to vent, whatever subject it is, and like that's one thing I've found that I've found success. I think here talking about dating with people, it's like you become their therapist, and then they become your therapist, and then you guys connect because you guys are just being vulnerable and relatable, and it's a beautiful thing. And that's the same way with MMA. That's how a lot of these people make MMA connections, because they're like, oh, you think this way? Oh, I think this way. We might disagree, but also we know MMA.
Are you asking me for unfiltered bachelor advice? Because I got it.
No. I want to know.
You want to know?
I want to know your most worst date story.
Oh, my God. I'm reaching back here. It was a catfish type of situation.
Really? You got catfished?
Back before it was even a thing.
No. What was this, like Match.com type shit?
Yes, it was Match.com, actually.
Holy fuck. So you've done online dating?
May have had a beard.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. It was not
Explain
the picture.
Story. So start the story.
Oh, shit. Well, way back when I did Match.com, and it was a very short period I did that because it was crazy. And so, girl looked beautiful in the picture, nice enough. We messaged a few times. I met her for a restaurant in Chili's, and she had a better mustache than I did. And it was I feel bad, but had she put that on her picture. And that was it. That was the worst. And so it could have been like she, slapped me in the head with her penis or something like that. And that didn't happen, thank God. So yeah. But the best advice, all you young men out there that want to get laid and you want this and you want that. Number one, don't critique her fighting style. And number two, all you got to do is shut your goddamn mouth and listen. Whatever she says, you just nod your head like you understand, and you'll have the best sex of your life. That's it. I'm out. I'm done.
On
All I got to say.
On that high note, Aaron Weinbaum, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Aaron,
thank you very much. And the same is true in marriage too. Shut the fuck up and
just nod your head. Happy wife, happy life. That's what they say, right?
Yeah. Smile and wave, boys. Just smile and wave.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the penguins in Madagascar.
Yes, exactly. Like the penguins in Madagascar. That's where I was going right there.
Oh, I know that reference. Again, I raised a kid for a little bit. I know how that goes.
Right. That's right.
Aaron, man, blast yourself. Let people know where they can find you. Yeah, because this will be a separate episode from the one you did.
You go to aaronsayswhat.com, baby. I'm all over the place there. You want to contact me. You want to learn about podcasting. You want to talk some MMA. It's all there. All there.
AaronSaysWhat.com. You can follow was it MMA Fight Picks, right? It's everywhere, right? iTunes, Stitcher.
It is. There's a new YouTube channel, so it's all on the website, man. Anywhere you want to find me.
Perfect. Everybody, go follow Aaron Weinbaum anywhere you are on social media, or AaronSaysWhat.com, so you can find just everything the latest from him. It has to do with podcasts, or you can follow him on Twitter when he just talks shit. So
all the time.
All the time, like, ladies and gentlemen, all the time. You can follow me, Money Blake Weather, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can follow Loaded Joe's MMA Podcast, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can also follow me on Snapchat, Money Blake Weather. Just type that in there. You can follow the show. It's all under the Unfiltered Bachelor channel on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn, anywhere podcasts are. That's where the show is. And if you turn into Unfiltered Bachelor, you get the added bonus of getting all of the Loaded Joe's episodes. And so just follow all of that. Aaron, I want to thank you for coming on, man.
I want to thank you, man. It was a blast. Both shows.
We've been going almost steady now for almost 3 hours.
3 shows.
All 3
shows.
shows.
3 hours, baby. Fuck Joe Rogan.
We'll be killing this. Hey, we're gonna be famous one day, Aaron. You better watch. Everybody better watch out in this world. But I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Whether it's happy morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time you're listening to this, thank you so much.
We did all 3 time zones right there.
Right,
morning, evening, afternoon.
Whichever you're in Bali or you're in Florida or you're in Australia, who gives a fuck? Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all have a great rest of the day, and till the next time, peace.
Peace.
Right